How come a long-term politician and a well-known dentist from Davao City, Philippines end up in United States in America? What was the purpose when he created and organized a new non-profit organization, Hijos de Davao Inc., based in New York, USA? We will know about her journey, her challenges, and her accomplishment now that she is in America. Our guest this week is Frances Mabel Robillo. But before we will proceed to the main interview, I would like to remind our viewers to click on the subscribe button as well as the bell button so you will get a notification every time we will release a new video. This is Jeanette Jordy at Global Inspiration, where we need to be seen, need to be heard, and be an inspiration to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome our guest this week, Frances Mabel Robillo. Hi, Frances.
Hi, Jeanette. How are you? I hope that you're feeling well today. I would like to thank you for inviting me here, and I would like to greet also our viewers today here in the USA and all over the world. I hope that I will be an inspiration to them.
So thank you very much. Because your name is so long, Frances Mabel Robillo, I will be calling you Mabel during the interview. So where are you from in the Philippines?
I came from Turil, Davao City. It is the third district of Davao. In
Okay.
Davao City, there are three districts, and I belong there. I was a councilor in the third district of Davao for three
So,
consecutive terms.
yeah. Can you share with the viewers where are you in America? And what city, what state, and how long have you been here?
I am now in New York, uh, in Queens. I have been here since 2004. So I've been here in the States for 17 long years.
So you moved from the Philippines to America. What did you do before you moved to America? I understand you're a counselor and a dentist. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I was a dentist. I was practicing in the city along Claro Recto Avenue or Claro Recto Street. We call it Claveria, if you remember it. And I practiced dentistry for 26 years. And then at the same time, I was a counselor of the city of Davao. So I was serving the third district, like I said, which comprises Turil, Mintal, Kalinan, Marilog, and there are about 83 barangays that I was serving as a city councilor.
So okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was there for three consecutive terms.
So I don't say that you have a good life. You have a great life. While you were in the Philippines, you were a counselor and you were a dentist, and you moved here in the United States. Can you share with us what is the main reason for the moving?
Well, like everyone who would like to have a better life, it is true that my in-laws were well off. And they were a good family, but I did not want to um, burden them with my problems and my family, as our viewers would probably remember, those who are from Davao City. I was a widow when I was 33 years old, and I have to raise three children who lost their father from when my eldest was only 10 years old and my youngest was 7. So I have to raise all these three kids. I have to send them to school, okay? And I would like to seek a better life. And I also finished my term already. So I thought it might be a better uh, uh, chance for me to come to the US.
That's a sad story, but it's good because it makes you better. To be a widow at the age of 33, I would consider you young when you become a widow. So I would like to know, how often do you visit the Philippines and when was the last time?
Well, I visit the Philippines twice a year. The last time was 2019, before the COVID-19 pandemic came. So I was able to go home every time because I was lucky. One of my sons is a pilot with Philippine Airlines. That's why I can go home twice a year.
That's good to know that one of your sons is a pilot with Philippine Airlines.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've been a city councilor for 12 years and you have been a chair of many programs. Can you share with us at least two of what you miss most in public service?
Well, I would like to tell you that we were quite spoiled as government officials in Davao. So I really miss my staff because they're always there for me when I needed them or when I need to do something for my constituents in the third district. And I miss the women whom I try to help uh, make a better life for their families. And I miss the third district, the 83 barangays
Yeah.
where I go to.
Yeah. So in the Philippines, we put family as top of the list. Family is a priority. But besides family, I know you missed a lot of things in the Philippines. Can you give us at least two? What are those things that you miss about Davao City, Philippines?
I miss my house.
You miss your house, okay?
I still have my house in Matina, and I miss my plants, my garden. uh, I miss the Marilog, where we go to every time we feel warm in the city. Then we go to Marilog, where it's cooler, and I miss the food, of course. I miss a lot of things. I am still a Filipino, even if I am an American citizen now. I still miss my country.
Yeah, I totally miss the food because even though, and a good example is the eggplant, even though you buy food from Asian stores, it doesn't taste the same when they are from the Philippines. So I agree with you. I miss the food. So you've been in America for 17 years. I consider America as my home because my family is here. So what, give at least two or maybe three that you appreciate that now you are in America.
Well, I feel lucky because here in the States we have medical insurance. We are taken care of by the government, especially now that I'm getting older. I feel that um, I could always go to the hospital and be taken care of, even if I have no money. They take care of us here in the States, and it is easier for us to find a better life here in the States. We are all equal here in the States. So I like that. And we are given an opportunity.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I love also about America because I go out of the house, I don't have any cash. I can drive my car, I have my cards, and that's it. In the Philippines, you cannot get out of the house without any cash with you in your pocket. So, so you own, correct me if I'm wrong, you own Neonate Care USA. Can you tell us more about that company?
Well, when I first came here in the States, I it was hard for me to find a job because I was a tourist. and I have to send money to my kids. I wanted to practice dentistry, but I could not take the board exams because the American Dental Association required that we have to go back to school, and I could not afford it anymore. That's why uh, I opted to work. I worked as a dental assistant. I worked as a caregiver until one of my friends, one of my patients in the Philippines, told me that she is a baby nurse. I said, "What is a baby nurse?" And she said, taking care of newborn infants and helping the parents take care of their baby. So I said, "How much are you earning from that?" That time it was 2006. And she said, "I earn about 250 a day." I said, "I want that too because I was only earning $80 at that time." So she taught me how to do it. And so I was hired. She helped me find a job as a baby nurse. And I started it. And then every time I go to a client and I finish a contract, they would ask me if I know somebody who can take care of their baby as a nanny. So I said, why not put up an agency
Correct.
so that I will be able to help other women, other Filipinas here in the States, and especially here in New York, where baby nursing is really accepted, and women who have newborn infants thinks that they need baby nurses to help them.
It's good to create that kind of business because it's flourishing here in America. And I hope it will be in the Philippines in the near future. And I am not sure if it is already starting in the Philippines because we are in America and I do not know. I do not have any inkling if it started, but that's a good business. So, Mabel, I know you are active in community services in the Philippines. And now that you are in the United States of America, you continue to do the same. And you created and you organized a nonprofit organization in New York that is the Hijos de Davao USA, Inc. And can you tell us more about that nonprofit organization?
Well, we call it Hijos de Davao USA Incorporated. And we I started to think about it because when I first came to New York, I was looking for a group where I can be a member. But most of the Filipino organizations are those who came from Davao. A Davaoenyo Association was in New Jersey. So I thought, why not in New York also, here in Queens? Because there are a lot of workers, Filipino and Davaoenyo workers who live here. And so it is quite sad not to have a group, okay? Because most of us here are alone. We don't have our families. Our families are back home. So I thought of organizing this group of Davaoenos. And so it is, I would like to tell everyone that it is civic organization and social for intended for the social well-being of Davaoenos here in New York and all over the states. That's why it's called Hijos de Davao USA, because you can be a member even if you are from Wisconsin or in San Francisco, or you can organize a group there, you know, of Hijos de Davao. It is also like we patterned it from the Hijos de Davao of Davao City, who has its who have its ball every San Pedro fiesta. So uh, we are trying to do that here too.
So is it open to all Filipinos or just residents of Davao City?
Or residents of Davao City, and those who came to study in Davao, like for example, you come from General Santos City, but you studied in University of the University of Mindanao or in Ateneo de Davao, then you can be a member because you know people from that place.
Yeah, maybe we can start Hijos de Davao one of these days. Hijos de Davao USA, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Your story is very inspirational. It touches my core because you are a strong and brave woman at 33 years old. Being a widow, you came to America and you started a new life, even though you have a great life in the Philippines, because in America, you know that it's a greener pasture here. With your story, I want you to share inspirational thoughts to our viewers regarding life, regarding being an immigrant. Can you do that, Mabel?
So I hope that those women or men who are going abroad don't choose a job, work in any job you can get, because you there's always there's always a chance for you to reach your dreams and uh, to be able to give a better life for your family, and send your children and be educated here or back home in the Philippines.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mabel. And I agree with you. You can be whatever you want to be because you are in America. You don't have to pick the jobs, you don't have to pick your employers. Just do whatever you can, and then in the future, 2 or 3, 5 years from now, you will be somebody else. Thank you very much, Frances Mabel Acosta Robillo. Again, this is Janet Jordy, Global Inspiration, where you need to be seen, need to be heard, and be an inspiration to the world.